Hey there folks, Son of Terra 92 here with a video log. Now, today's topic will be on technical civilizations and civilizations that have the capability of using technology towards improving their existence and standing within the universe. Now, in the previous video, the introductory video, I might have mentioned a little bit on Type 0 and Type 1 civilizations. In this video, I'll be taking a more in-depth look into these types of civilizations through not only a scientific and technological perspective, but also on an ethical and moral basis. Now, for all you engineers and scientists out there, those practical scientists, this topic might be a whole load of BS. However, many ranking individuals within the physics community actually regard it as a branch of form from theoretical physics. However, if you still think otherwise, if you think that this topic is better off categorized under the label of pseudoscience or even science fiction, leave your comments down below and maybe we can get a discussion going. Anyway, in 1964, the Russian astronomer by the name of Nikolai Kardashev came up with a scale known as the Kardashev Scale. This scale is capable of measuring the civilization's level of technological advancement by looking at the amount of usable energy at the civilization's disposal. Now, this, in a nutshell, this scale is divided into three primary phases: Type 1, Type 2, and Type 3. A Type 1 civilization is capable of harnessing the energy output of an entire planet. A Type 2, an entire star, and a Type 3, an entire galaxy. Now, our civilization, humanity, is currently rated at Type 0.72 or Type 0. We are currently off this scale. This is because our civilization is only capable of harnessing a total of 0.16% of the total energy available on our planet Earth. Given the abundance of natural resources presently available on our planet Earth is capable of generating a power output of 174 petawatts. This is a total of 174 petajoules per second in terms of energy. Now, some of the steps that can be taken in order to close the gap between Type 0 and Type 1 include the large-scale application of fusion power. Now, the practical benefits have not been seen yet. However, maybe the next 20 to 30 years might see the construction of the first fusion reactors. It is a well-known fact that power acquired through nuclear fusion is a lot more efficient and productive compared to that acquired through nuclear fission. We would also do well to invest in the large-scale use of solar energy. Regarding solar energy, only 30% of the solar energy that reaches our atmosphere is absorbed into the Earth's surface. The estimation is that our civilization will acquire that of Type 1 status within the next 100 years. Around the year 2110. So I want to know what you guys think, to think that we are among the last generations to be born and live out our lives before this miraculous change happens upon our civilization. To me, I think that I feel very privileged to have lived during this age. However, I feel very misfortunate that we won't be around to witness this change. Moving on, Type 2 civilizations would achieve the capability of harnessing the power output of an entire star, its home star. Our star, the Sun, is capable of producing a total of 4 times 10 to the power of 26 watts of power. The technological implications of this Type 2 civilizations is they'd be able to use such advanced technologies as antimatter drives to power their interstellar starships and Dyson spheres or Dyson swarms that is able to capture the power of an entire star by enclosing it in a superstructure of connected satellites. Now, moving along, Type 3 civilizations can harness the power output of an entire galaxy. Most likely they would use the same technologies as the Type 2 civilization, but albeit on a much larger scale. Now, the engineering challenge of reaching Type 1 status civilization within the next 100 years is extreme. It would require the shifting focus from fossil fuels as a primary source of energy to more sufficient and sustainable sources, as we see today. Okay, now it would also introduce many new technologies and radical new changes in how we live our everyday lives. Now, the effort in reaching a Type 1 civilization status brings with it its fair share of risks. For example, it could possibly bring about the annihilation of the entire human race. This is known as civilization self-destruction, actually, through some methods such as Malthusian catastrophe. So we might run out of room and space to develop before we actually reach the objective, and anthropogenic disasters such as global warming. Now, global warming is a very serious issue. I'll be looking at it in one of my future videos, hopefully. Anyway, what this means is that in our process of trying to reach Type 1 civilization status, we might actually make our planet inadequate for life due to the improper dispersal of waste heat from energy usage. You guys might want to look up entropy theory, and thermodynamics for that. So anyway, what could potentially make us and build our future could possibly break our hopes of seeing a brighter tomorrow. So in conclusion, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to end with a quote by the German-American rocket scientist Werner von Braun. He once said something about freeing humanity from its remaining chains, the chains of gravity that still holds his feet down to this planet. I know he was making a reference towards rocket science, but I'd actually like to use this phrase as an analogy to the fact that we have reached a stage where future engineering and technology holds endless potential for the liberation of our species from any physical bounds, such as life on this single pale blue dot. The main question that arises here, ladies and gentlemen, is do we have the proper ethical and moral values to prevent these technologies from turning against its creators? So that's all for today, folks. Thanks for watching. Leave your comments, suggestions, and ideas down below, and I will see you in the next video.